Hi everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. If we haven't met before, my name is Rachel. Today we're doing a lower body focused class and we're going to be working with a bunch of variations of pigeon pose. So find a little bit of space to move and let's get started. So let's begin today laying down on our back. So you can come down. Once you get there, maybe just give your knees a little rock side to side. Feel the back of your head resting on your mat. Feel your shoulders resting on your mat. And then when it feels right to do so, we'll be bringing our right foot. When it feels right to move the right foot, you can place it on top of the left quad. Starting with figure 4 or our reclined pigeon. So you can keep your left foot down or you can lift it up. Hug your legs as close to your chest as you need to until you feel the stretch. The leg, the hip, the glute on that right side. And just send your low back into your mat a little more. See if that deepens what you feel. And then take just one more inhale. And release your legs down as you exhale. Uncross your legs and switch sides. Place your left foot on top of your quad. Hug the legs towards your chest. Feel the love through the legs. Send your low back into your mat if you want a little extra. Awesome work, you guys. One more inhale. And then with the exhale, release your legs, uncross them. Maybe take a gentle rock of your knees side to side. And then we will be coming up into a seated position. So whether you want to roll over or rock forwards, you can start to do that. Bringing your legs in front. Our left leg's gonna stay long and our right foot is gonna try to come on top of our quad. So our figure 4 again, but now we are seated. So you can keep your left leg long, straight, or we can lean back here and maybe bend the bottom leg in. So I like to flex my foot, that top foot. You might want to wake it up. And you can scooch your hips towards your foot or your foot towards your hips as much as you need to feel the love through that right leg again. Similar to how it might feel or might have felt when we were on our back. A little different probably, maybe. And then if you did bend your bottom leg in, start to send it back out. You can uncross your legs. We're just going to be switching sides. So maybe help your foot get onto your quad. Bend that bottom leg as much as you need to. Maybe flex your foot, point your toes up. Bring your chest towards your leg or your leg towards your chest. Nice job, you guys. Send your bottom leg out long. If you bent it in, just give your legs a little bit of a shake. A little bit of a shake. And then we're going to set up 90-90. So not spending too much time in any one place today. That's been the theme of a few of these classes. Send your right leg forwards and your left leg behind you, kind of your 90-degree-ish angles. And then let's just kind of try to square the shoulders a little bit. So bring the left shoulder forwards, the right shoulder back a little bit. You might need to widen your hands, maybe push into your fingertips a little bit. You can tip forwards any amount. Any amount. See how that right leg feels. And then you can start to lift back up if you're folding forwards and lean back a little. Lean back. Get a little love through that back leg as you lean back. And then you can just start to come forwards again. We're going to send our back leg out longer and bring our front foot towards that left hip. So scooch around a little bit so that your back leg is straight out behind you and that right heel is as close to your left hip as you can get it, and your right knee is pointing forwards. I'm going to move this front leg a little bit, so I want you to start with your heel being nice and close to your left hip. Take an inhale, lift your chest, push into your fingertips. Stay here or fold forwards. See how your leg feels. And then use an inhale to come back up. You can keep your leg where it is, or you might heel toe your foot away, maybe like one foot, one of your foot, not a general foot. Scoot your hips around a little. Lift up through the chest, inhale, stay here, or tip forwards again. See how that right leg feels. Relax your shoulders. And then maybe lifting back up. Or probably lifting back up. If you want to go another one of your feet distance, you can scoot your foot further away. When you start tipping over to the right side though, you've gone a little too far, so I want you to make sure you're still centered, you're still balanced. Take an inhale to lift, maybe tipping forwards. Nice job, you guys. Use an inhale to lift all the way back up. Roll to the right side a little so that your back leg can swing forwards, maybe all the way to the top of your mat, and you may end up in 90-90 with your left leg forwards, or you can make your way there. But just start by making your 90-ish degree angles. I'm kind of a math girl. I'm kind of about the angles. And you can start also to tip forwards a little, trying to bring the right shoulder forwards a bit, the left shoulder back a little bit so that you are level as much as possible. See what happens if you're able to tip forwards a lot or a little. See how it feels. And then slowly lift back up. Start to lean back a little. See if you can find that right hip flexor. Awesome work, you guys. Tipping forwards again. Moving again. Send your right leg back. Bring your left heel to that right hip. Point your knee forwards. Take an inhale. Lift your chest. As you exhale, you can tip forwards if you want to. Soften. Let your upper body be heavy, and then just use an inhale to come back up. Keep your leg where it is or heel toe your foot away from your right hip a little bit. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tip forwards if you want to. How does that left leg feel right now? Use an inhale to rise back up. If you want to go further, heel toe, heel toe. If you've gone far enough, you've gone far enough. Take another inhale though, and tip forwards as you exhale. Another breath here or two. And then slowly lifting all the way back up. Roll to the left a little bit. Bring your back leg forwards. Your knees together. Give yourself a hug, a little rock side to side. How are your hips feeling so far? We've got one more pigeon variation that we're going to do today. So when you're ready for it, it's double pigeon. Maybe bring your right leg to the bottom and your left leg on top. Try to stack your top foot on your bottom knee, and your top knee is trying to find the bottom foot. I like to flex my feet here, point the toes forwards, and just kind of let that top knee fall. However, if it doesn't want to fall, you can lean back, you can lift it up higher. Keep flexing those feet. If it feels good to do so, though, you might add a tip forwards. A lot, a little, up to you. Nice, you guys. And then just notice here, we're kind of trying to work towards our bottom, the bottoms of our legs being in one line, stacking on top of one another. So you might stay like you are, your foot and your knees kind of stacking, or we can work on bringing our knees closer together, but I want your legs to kind of continue to make a straight line, if that makes sense. So only if you want to try it, maybe you are going to bring your knees a little closer together. Keep pointing your toes forwards. Keep centered and balanced on those sit bones, and maybe just see what happens. As you tip forwards, you might find that your top knee does lower a little bit more if it's lifted a bit. And just see how it feels. It's a little weird, I know. So I've kind of come halfway here. My knees are kind of stacking in the middle of my shins. You might go just a smidge further, bringing your knees all the way on top of one another, like cow face. But I want you to think about making that straight line of those lower legs pointing your toes forward. So with cow face, we have our feet back beside our hips kind of. So something new to try maybe. Nice job, you guys. I hope that your hips are enjoying this. Mine sure are. If you're folding forwards, lift on up. Slowly uncross your legs. Take a second. I know this is a lot. A lot in a good way, hopefully. Bring your other leg, your left leg to the bottom, your right leg on top. Trying to stack those lower legs, starting with the feet and the knees kind of lining up-ish. Just a general idea. Starting place, something to think about. If you are lost and confused, point those toes forward, lean back. Lift your knee higher if you need to, or see how it feels as you tip forwards. Awesome work, you guys, and you can just stay as you are, maybe coming halfway or doing something similar to what you did last time. Halfway is a little weird, but try it. Feels pretty good too. Point those toes forwards, sit tall, maybe tip. Maybe see how that feels. Awesome work, you guys. And if you wanted to adjust one more time, maybe the knees come all the way together, the feet pointing forward still. Kind of a line from one foot to the other. Maybe it's a little crooked, but just whatever works. Awesome work, you guys. Let an inhale lift you back up. We've done a whole bunch of different things today, so hopefully in one of the positions that we've come into, you felt a nice stretch. Plant your feet, give your knees a hug, a rock side to side. How do your hips, your legs, your glutes feel? Awesome work, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I know it was a short and sweet class, but I really, really love doing pigeon poses and all the variations that come with it. So thank you for being here with me. Enjoy the rest of your day, and until next time, namaste.